Hey, welcome. Thanks for being here. So, you want to be a UX designer in 2024? I'm gonna give you the too long didn't read version first. Quick summary of the things I want to talk about in more depth during this video. Number one, just four things. Number one, be humble, be patient, because there is no replacement for experience. There is no replacement for experience. There are no shortcuts. There are no secret formula to become great from day one. It's just not. It's an experience thing. It's a thing that takes time. So try to get real life experience as soon as possible. I'm gonna talk my experience, gaining experience, and I'm gonna talk about things that I would recommend you to do at first, in more depth later. Number two, learn the fundamentals very well. No joke. I mean, learn the fundamentals very well. It's important to know the fundamentals of design. What is the value and what is the role of design inside teams, inside organizations, inside a project of any kind, really. Number three, join the community. Please join the community. Join the conversation. I'm gonna talk about what I'm doing to join the community right now. Many different platforms and podcasts and things that I'm uh, listening to and reading, and try to get involved and hear from experience and veterans in this discipline. There are people that has 20 years. It's not a new thing. UX is not a new thing. Trust me. Um, or don't trust me. Look it for yourself out there. And the last thing, sure, learn Figma. Yeah, learn Figma, sure, but I want to talk about more about this particular topic because don't mistake UX with Figma. That's a dangerous thing. Cool. All right. You're still here. Thank you. Thank you for joining this. I really want to talk about this subject and hopefully give some tips and give my side of the story about how to get started in UX. What I would do right now, what I would recommend, what I did back then. I have 6 years. It's not the longest career, but it's been 6 years, and it's been very very crazy 6 years. So I do want to talk about my experience into this thing. Um, let's dive deep. Let's dive deep into this. Okay. Um, Number one, be patient and be humble and gain some experience. What would I do if I had to get experience from scratch today? I would look for junior roles. When organizations are looking for a junior role, they are not probably looking for somebody to give them answers and to solve them problems. They are looking for labor, most likely. They are looking, one, for labor, and they are, number two, looking for somebody that grows inside that company and learns the specifics of that organization. So try to join as a junior designer. Somebody will give you an opportunity. Try to, leverage on what you can. What did I do? I was a graphic designer, so I had a leverage in terms of visual design. I was kind of skillful to do pretty things, basically, and I started doing pretty screens, if you call it, or maybe I did the logo, but they also needed a website, and then I started doing the website, and maybe they also needed to try to leverage on what you can. Maybe you have soft skills, and that is absolutely needed in design. So maybe you can talk to people and you can interview and you can gather some data, whatnot. Maybe you know HTML and CSS and you can leverage from that. But try to promote yourself with what you can and get some opportunity fast. Try to get the quickest opportunity cheap. Money is not the priority right now. It's just learning from the real life experience. Number two, learn the fundamentals very well. It's very important to learn the fundamentals. I would say If you haven't done, and I say on purpose, I say this after getting experience. Maybe you can get experience not really knowing what you're doing, and most likely you will not know what you're doing at first. It doesn't matter. You can rip off people at first. I did some crazy bad design at first, and it's fine. I'm telling you, it's good. It's all right. They are not hiring a professional if they're hiring you as a junior. Okay, it's fine. Just do what you're told or what you think or what you saw somewhere. It's fine. It's fine. But get started. And once you get started, you can start learning more and more, because learning takes time. There is no shortcut. Learning takes time. And but try to learn the fundamentals first. Don't focus on making a cool animation on Figma and this prototype, and doing this complex customer journey and this blueprint and the storyboard, and learning how to uh, you know doing how to quantify qualitative data, and how to do a workshop. Okay, man, I mean, those are very important stuff, but there are fundamentals of design that you need to know first, and how to approach that. What is the design thinking methodology, for example? That's very fundamental stuff. Join the community. I'm passionate about this subject because more and more I'm noticing that it's very important to be very aware of what is being said out there. What are people from Figma, designers at Figma, designers at Spotify, designers at very big companies, or very, it doesn't have to be a big company, but just people that very experienced. So how would I recommend you joining the community? How am I doing it right now? You can do it. You don't have to be a senior designer to join the community the way I'm doing it. It's nothing too crazy. Just Reddit, I found, it's a great place to learn about design. There are great groups like product design, UX design in Reddit, and there are crazy good questions and even better answers from very experienced people, veterans, experts in design that have been doing this for 15 years or so. And these people know what they're talking about most of the time, and you can learn about new tools and techniques and how things were being done later on, and the importance of UX maturity in organization. And you can start learning about all of these things that are not are most likely not in books. But what is the future of UX? How to, there is also a really good podcast on. It's called the Service Design Show. I'm fascinated with it. I would leave a link here or somewhere about it, because it's on Spotify, it's on YouTube. It's a great show. They are interviewing very experienced people. And service design, it's a very broad aspect of design that I would recommend you checking out. Um, and overall, Medium has really great blogs. Just try to find people that are practitioners and that are expert practitioners of this, and you can learn from them, and you can ask questions. Even to me, I'm available. I'm here. Just send me an email, leave a comment, something I will be very happy to answer. Okay, last, sure, learn Figma. Yeah, Figma. I love Figma. I'm a Figma lover. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Figma lover. I think it's a very powerful tool. I would highly recommend you learning Figma, the ins and outs of Figma. There's no don't go around learning Sketch or learning Adobe XD or any of that crap. Learn Figma, okay? But also, yes, but there's also Maze. There is also Miro. There's also many, many, many tools. There's also paper and a pencil, pen and paper. So Google Forms to do a great survey. There is no replacement for that. Even doing a call on Zoom with the customer. Don't get blinded by thinking that design is Figma. It's not. It's really not. It's really not. And the more you get in depth into this, the more you're gonna realize that. So, but that being said, Figma is the tool. Is the way to go. Yeah, learn Figma. Don't get me wrong. Learn Figma. Cool. You probably know this by now. You probably know this by now. Learn Figma. Cool. Yeah. Um, that's it. Thank you. I'm very glad you're here, and I'm here to support you in any way I can and help you. If you have any questions, if you want to talk about design, whatever, I'm here, and very happy you're trying to learn about UX. It's not dead. You're gonna hear a lot of people talk about UX is hard, the industry is falling. Don't get into UX. This 2024, whatever stupid things people are saying, don't worry about it. UX is not going anywhere. It might change the title. Maybe it's not UX. Maybe it's product design. Maybe it's service design. Maybe it's there are maybe it's customer experience. There are all of these silos for different aspects of this discipline. Try to understand the fundamentals and learn that and understand that there is a long journey. You're not gonna know everything from day one. It takes a long time, and be confident that design is not going anywhere. It's not.